These files are property of the Republic Archives. Possession of these files by unauthorized individuals is prohibited by law, under Act 190. If you are an unauthorized individual in possession of these files, we heavily advise you return them to your local branch of the Interplanetary Police Force under threat of
Records from the Reaver. Act 3, Episode 2. You've done enough. Written by Boudicca Eades, Dohmann, and Nolan Eddisford Finlay.
Atlantis, what the fuck? You can't just go around shooting people! You've alerted the entire ship to our escape.
I know.
Then what the hell are you doing?
If we're gonna have any chance of survival, we need to get the ship moving. Fast. Or a hostile takeover. Shooting's gonna happen.
Fine, but we should at least discuss.
Discuss? Or listen to you?
Discuss? Look, all I'm saying is I'm not some untrained civilian who doesn't know what she's doing. We've all been trained to fight since we were 10.
Right. And have any of you actually seen any action?
Well, have you?
Have you had to fight your own friends? I somehow feel like your training didn't cover that.
Have you?
I don't have issues shooting anyone on the ship.
Right, yeah. Look, all I'm asking is that you let us know when some kind of plan comes up in your mind before you execute it. Like that thing with Ingrid. If you had just explained beforehand...
It wouldn't have changed anything.
Or at least apologized.
Unlike my mother, who's now a brainwashed Republic propaganda machine, Ingrid seems fine. All of you have put us through a lot worse than what I did to her.
Seems. That's just Ingrid, okay?
Right. Why should I care?
Why should you? She's a person.
As long as she can control her magic and get us to one of the people of Earth bases, I really don't care how she feels about me.
Are you serious?
Dead. Which is what we'll all be if we don't get moving.
Well, I think that we...
With all due respect, Harmon, what you think isn't worth shit.
Oh, and what you think is?
Exactly. Now let's get moving.
I don't know where...
Think!
The lab! No one's ever in the lab. It should be relatively safe.
Thank you.
Shit! Didn't the captain just say ceasefire?
Yeah, looks like they're not listening.
Are they trying to kill us?
Yup.
But they're our friends.
They're police.
All doors closing in 30.
Shit, someone's after us.
Stop running. Atlantis, darling, you can still make a deal.
Atlantis, someone needs to hold on to your mom before she decides to shoot us as well.
Where is my gun?
Fine, I've got her.
21.
They're gonna catch up to us. Ingrid, time to use your magic.
I'm trying, my magic won't work.
Doesn't matter, just run.
Right, fuck. It's just round the corner. On it. No, not that way, the other corner, you idiot.
14.
The doors are closing.
I'll hold it. Hey, Sky, come on.
We won't make it before the door closes. It's safer if we stay here.
You won't make it if you keep stalling. Come on, Kay.
But...
Kay, turn the goddamn corner!
Wait, but it's Zai.
Yeah, and they're shooting at us!
But...
Come on!
Shit, AJ!
1.
Laine has magic. Oh, Arnold, you have some explaining to do.
Why the fuck did you do that?
You would have been shot!
You could have dragged me the other way!
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just worried about you maybe, dying?
Well, we've got a lot more to worry about now, don't we?
What?
Because when this lockdown lifts, we're gonna be found and arrested, and we don't even have the others to back us up. We have, 2 guns? My magic is useless in combat scenarios, you know that, right?
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do now. I always know what to do.
Wait.
Why is she with us?
I was meant to be taking care of her? I don't know, you dragged us in here.
Because you were stalling.
Because it was Zai.
Babe, they literally work for the Republic.
The Republic is coming for all of you. We won't be defeated by a bunch of teenage traitors.
Jesus Christ.
I can't believe you.
AJ?
Put him on the counter.
Shit.
Well, that's not a good sign. Someone had to say it.
Did they really?
Hang on, let me have a go.
Ingrid, I'm not sure. This is the best method. Guys, just let me try.
Well, he's not dead.
He's not exactly alive either.
There has to be something in here to heal him.
This lab isn't equipped to fix wounds like this, and neither are either of you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine, I'll do a rune.
Flyboy got shot. The rune's not gonna fix that. Not without anything else.
Shit.
We'll have to get him to the med.
I know! Fuck!
In case you haven't noticed, we're locked in. And, my magic isn't working smoothly, so how exactly would we get to the med bay?
And I know, the vents. We'll take him through the vents.
Vents? What vents?
These ones.
Under the ceiling panels. Smart.
How did you know?
I used to hide in them after the breakup. I didn't want to be found.
Okay.
Ingrid, you think you can get him up there?
I'll try.
No. Don't be ridiculous. He's too injured to go anywhere, let alone be dragged through the vents. He'll bleed out.
I mean, he's been through worse.
No. Atlantis has a fair point. I'll go.
What? No, we need to get him to the med bay, not you.
I'll go to the captain's office and get the lockdown removed.
I'll go with you.
What, so you can kill the captain?
I think it's safest if I go alone. I'm not sure how much weight the vents can take, and the captain won't kill me.
Right. Smart.
Give me a lift up, Ingrid.
Yeah, sure thing.
So, FX4YJ, I have a few questions for you in regards to the crew, the mutiny, and the ship that it took place on. Are you okay to proceed?
Well, I don't really have a choice, do I?
You always have a choice. However, failure to comply would lead to prompting of unorthodox methods to retrieve necessary information, and that can be risky if the proper procedures aren't utilized. Procedures that due to the nature of this case, well, we just wouldn't have the time to properly implement.
So I either answer willingly, or you plug a hard drive into me and, don't eject it properly? Yeah, fine. I'm okay to proceed.
Great. Are you aware of your connection to the Reaver?
My what?
You must know you're not like other cyborgs.
I bet you say that to all the cyborgs you interview. I've never really met any other cyborgs. I was the only one aboard the Reaver.
Damn it. I was hoping that with your help, some issues regarding surveillance and other minor issues could be resolved, and it would allow us to make an attempt to pin the ship's coordinates to find its location. But if you're unaware of your connection, it might prove to be more difficult than initially planned. Ah, well, who doesn't love a little challenge? The Republic is counting on me, and who am I to let them down? In the grand scheme of things, I think...
Investigator?
Yes?
How long do you plan on keeping me here? I have people I'd like to go back to.
Ah. Yes. FX4YJ is, of course, referencing the point I wish to briefly touch on alongside others. His friends, acquaintances, and other relationships on board the Reaver, the ship that was, until recently, his home. I am correct, aren't I?
Why are you talking like that?
That's classified.
Okay.
Back to the topic at hand. A while ago, I read some notes from the doctor who performed your various surgeries. Madness, all of it, really. But one thing did stick out. The doctor mentioned that he had to connect you to a bigger power source, i.e. a ship, the Reaver, to contain your humanity and keep you from becoming dangerous, driven mad by your own memories, the trauma of your accident, and being unable to move on from the loss of your previous life. It was a kindness, really. Of course, there are other things that could make you, an incredibly sentient cyborg, dangerous. The possibility of you performing magic, your unchecked access to most information ever recorded, combined with a lack of mechanical objectivity, could be devastating to the Republic, etc., etc. So you understand, of course, the necessity of limiting your abilities. Anyway, this humanity was sort of siphoned into the Reaver. You share a consciousness, if you can even call it that. It is my hypothesis that the reason the Reaver made it so difficult to access the surveillance, why some of it has been destroyed, and why the only parts that were successfully transmitted to us was audio, is, in short, because of you. Because you're still holding on and, for some reason, wanting to protect those mutineers that you called friends once upon a time.
Me? That's ridiculous. You have to be kidding.
I am not.
Kay. That's not exactly helpful. Kay. Catherine Harmon.
What?
I knew a Harmon once.
Kay, stop it.
Always goal-driven.
Please, you're hurting yourself.
Never could take no for an answer.
Okay, you're mad. I get it.
Do you?
Hey, please, I didn't do anything.
Very persistent, Harmon was.
Exactly. You didn't do anything.
She ended up on a mission with my husband when she was around.
You didn't even try to stop them coming after us on Earth when you You knew what would happen.
She did the right thing and stood by when he was discovered and brought in. Didn't say a word. Her name was Meredith, I think?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything.
Meredith Harmon surrendered to our glorious republic for the safety of herself and her family.
At least you can say you tried to make peace with me when I'm 6 feet under this time tomorrow.
What do you...
You're in no real danger, are you, though? You never are. Daddy's gonna bail you out?
The same fate's not shared for the people of Earth.
Kay, just listen. It may be our only chance.
Traitors always get their dues if they can't see the glorious shining star that lights our sky.
I'm sorry. And I know that's not enough. You needed my help and I wasn't there. You needed me to listen and I wasn't there. God, that feels like most of our friendship. I let you down because I was scared. I ran away last week and yeah, part of it was fear, but most of it was jealousy. I keep leaving because I feel like you might not want me around anymore if you're chasing after someone else. Like with Jacob and Ingrid. I see how they made you smile, and that little voice in my head convinced me that you'd never smile that way with me again. You always seem freer without me when you're chasing after some purpose, and maybe you are. Maybe you were. But the only thing I could think about is how you used to look that way with me. I see you doing fine without me, and I shut down because I don't know how you can have room in your heart for more. I feel like I'd take up space you don't have to spare. Like I'd bring you down or make you angry, and I've said some truly horrible things because of it. We can't be friends. I think we've both known that for a long, long time. We can't be friends because there will always be something more between us. There always has, and there always will be. And I'm done pretending it's not there, even if this is our last moment together. I want to make you laugh, and smile, and sing because I love you. In some convoluted and messy way, I love you. And right here and now is the only time I'll be able to say it because even though Atlantis' mother is rambling like a madman, in this chaos, I'm with you. And despite the fact that you're a total asshole sometimes, I love you. And I've been a massive idiot towards all of this. And I'm sorry.
Yes, you are an idiot, naturally. You're not an enjoyable person, you know?
I know.
United under one sky. One mind.
Well then, if you're sure.
I am.
The fate of traitors. What a shame.
Then in some chaotic way, I love you too.
Laine, I thought we'd agreed you wouldn't do that.
Sorry, sir.
What are you doing here, Laine? You can't... you can't be here.
You need to lift the lockdown.
Laine.
Or at least open the doors to the lab and the medbay. Please, AJ was shot and we...
I can't do that and you know it. Hide, now. Zai.
Why don't you just blow the doors open? I've seen you at work. You're far more powerful than you let on.
I can't.
What do you mean? I saw you in the cells. I saw you break those bars. I saw the scar on AJ's neck.
That was an accident, and I don't know why, but it's not working. It hasn't been working, not since you did whatever you did.
Right. You could try, though.
I have. Just look. no fire.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
What?
Well, you did this, didn't you? Fucked with my powers and now I can't do shit?
That's, not exactly how it works.
Okay, then how does it work? Oh, mighty one.
The title's actually Agent.
Right. Almighty Agent. But, really, how does it work?
Okay, so first off, Sparky, Agent Extraordinaire is the official title, or so said by Phil. Second, I didn't do anything to your powers. You did.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're clearly suppressing something, and that emotional block means, I don't know, you're just not yourself anymore. Whatever image you had of you just can't reach it right now. I got you angry back there, which triggered, well, it triggered some kind of emotional response, and your magic answered in kind.
Right. That basically makes no sense.
Well, sorry. That's the best I can explain it. This isn't runes. You don't just draw something, think about it, and boom, fire! Powerful emotional magic is much more complex. And we don't know much about it anymore, thanks to the Republic.
Do you have magic?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Everyone does. Just depends on whether or not you can connect to it.
Oh. What is it?
I haven't been able to use it effectively since Phil died. It's on and off.
You don't have to demonstrate. I'm just curious.
Well, curiosity killed the cat, sweetheart.
I guess, but satisfaction brought it back.
Touché.
So, can I know?
Not a chance.
Please?
No. You'll just have to cope with not getting your way, Sparky.
Who are you calling Sparky?
Shut up, AJ. Wait. AJ? You're awake.
No, you're dead. Welcome to hell.
Fuck off.
Careful.
Yeah, right.
How bad is it?
Bad?
Yeah, shit, it is.
AJ!
I'm fine. It's just, should I be bleeding this much?
No.
Just hold on. For a moment. Laine will be back soon.
Laine? Where's Laine?
Gone. To open the doors to get you to the med bay.
And no one went with them?
Crawling through the vents is best done alone. We decided.
Oh.
Why didn't you move out of the way? You saw that the others were safe. Why the fuck didn't you move?
I just thought maybe the others could get through. Better if we stick together, right?
That's right. Yeah. You're not what I imagined, Allard.
Oh, and what did you imagine? Actually, I think I know.
Yeah. Didn't think you'd be all pro-rebellion with your dad being, well...
Him?
Yeah. Being all him.
Well, no one likes their parents.
You can say that again. My mother's been brainwashed.
My father may have done the brainwashing.
What?
Not personally, I don't think, but, when I was on the Pacifica, one of the guys showed me an old tape of my dad making some kind of launch speech for a new technology that changes how people think.
So it is real.
What? What's real?
Back when the Republic took hold of Earth officially, 50-odd years ago, they used this technology to mind wipe people. I mean, complete reset. Haven't used it since because it doesn't always have the best results. I mean, what are you going to do with a bunch of people who can't even remember their names, let alone work? But we, the people of Earth, we heard whispers about a a new version of it that could be used to actually change what people think. I mean, we weren't 100% sure if they just started using it or if it was even real, but... I mean, we were just guessing that it was.
Amifrac. It's called Amifrac. They started using it around 20 years ago.
Does that mean... Have they been in our heads?
More importantly, have they been using this on the public?
I don't know. Maybe? My dad said something about participants signing a waiver, but... I mean... I don't know. They've definitely been using it in some parts of the military and on prisoners. I think they're using it to turn prisoners into bureaucrats and stuff like that. Manpower.
Shit.
Right. Okay.
We cannot let that happen to us. Ideally, we can't let that happen to anyone else.
So, what's the plan then?
Get you fixed up. Obviously. Get the ship moving. Get to safety and figure out what to do from there.
Right.
Glad to have you on the team, Flyboy.
Glad to be here. Ingrid?
Yeah?
If anything happens...
Don't talk like that.
Let me finish, please. If anything happens, take care of Laine. Okay?
Okay.
Arnold?
To what do I owe the pleasure? We are on a lockdown.
Well, your frivolous little wooden door makes it quite easy to reach you, Arnold.
It's stylish.
Right. I always knew there was something up with King.
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't play dumb with me, Arnold. How long have you been harboring the truth? That Laine King is magically adept? That they've been hiding from the authorities? How long have you been enabling that?
Because
due to that incompetence, insubordination, the traitors managed to get away.
I don't know what you're talking about, Zai. Perhaps you were seeing things. May I make a recommendation that you see a doctor as soon as we get back on planet and have this whole mess figured out?
I'm giving you a chance, Arnold, when you don't deserve to turn yourself in.
I really don't see why I would need to do that, Zai. As you said, I've served the Republic well.
Not well enough. You think you can scare me, but you can't. I have Atticus Allard on my side, and I really don't think the Council would go against him if he were to suggest your removal.
I'm already retiring.
You know that's not what I mean.
What do you want?
An endorsement of my qualities as a leader sent to General Kokorian.
All right.
And every detail you have on Laine King's abilities, written.
Right. Yes.
I knew we could come to an agreement. Oh, and Arnold.
Yes?
Get all this sentimental crap out of my office, will you?
You can come out now, Laine.
Why Sorry, Captain. I had to. Here we go. Main deck doors are open.
So, you want me to somehow find, rekindle, and then use my connection with the Reaver to find out where it's rotting in space? No can do.
The Reaver is currently cloaking itself from any signals or ships trying to find it. Imperial Academy ships shouldn't have that ability. They should be locatable at all times by command. But the Reaver is acting up, throwing a fit. If my hypothesis is correct, which it must be, your shared consciousness gave the ship a mind of its fucking own. A mind that is prepared to protect your so-called friends at all costs. It's suspicious, if you ask me, that this mind hasn't changed since you discovered your friends were traitors. It would suggest that you have some sort of reservation about the Republic and loyalty to the traitors who go against it.
How
Why?
am I supposed to do anything about that? I don't know anything, and so how could I possibly know anything about the Reaver? You're working on assumptions, not definitive data. So until you have facts, why don't you leave me out of it?
I'm afraid I can't do that.
So what? I'm also a traitor if I refuse to help you with something I don't even understand?
I wouldn't put it that way exactly. More like I'm offering you the opportunity to be fully absolved, to live your life in peace aboard the Pacifica. I know you have a friend there, or wherever you may choose, so long as you comply in order to further the investigation and help me get the information I need for the case. For the case. For the case.
Right. And to comply, you want me to sever my connection to the Reaver, a connection I didn't even know existed. So then maybe, the Reaver would then hand over more surveillance, or potentially give away its location because it's no longer tied to me. And even if it doesn't help you, I'd go mad either way, because severing my connection to the Reaver would make me crazy.
It's an unfortunate side effect, but yes.
Do you want to know what I think, Investigator? Or... no. I'll be courteous and give you some human fucking decency by calling you by the name you have and not the title you were given. Do you want to know what I think, Ezra? I don't think you actually care about locating the ship at all. In fact, I think that you just see this as some fictional story for you to dote over. I think you just want more information, not to solve the case, but so you can finally decide whose side you'd rather be on. To choose. And to have reason to justify who's the good guys and who's the bad guys. All while protected under the Republic's safety blanket that enables you to use whatever you please to get that information. To use me, to use the ship, and to use the people on it so you can work out your own moral dilemma. I think you want me to help you, not because you want to further the case, or because you see potential in me, but because you want to know if this stupid rebellion is worth a damn. Maybe we should be asking you why. Because you seem to think that an end justifies the means, but you don't even know what that end is. You know what? Fuck you.
I'd like to remind you, FX4YJ, who is seen as a substantial attribute and who is deemed replaceable here. So is that a yes or a no?
Can I at least have some time? Some time to think about it.
I have deadlines to meet. I can give you an hour.
Thank you. Can I get some tea?
Go right ahead. You're not a prisoner here.
Right.
I'm sorry, kid.
This episode featured in order of appearance Mark Treffel as Captain Arnold Abernathy, Willow Smith as Kay Harmon, Kai Dohmann as Atlantis Scott, Sarah Moore as Minerva Scott, Lida Bayat as Laine King, Emily Birtwistle as Ingrid Vega, Tianyi Scarrxin as Sky Lu, Mads Franklin as the Reaver, Chris Rogers as AJ Allard, Devyn Boer as Officer Zai, Akiva Vita as Investigator Ezra Barnett, and Jack Fairweather as Jacob Fields. Written by Boudicca Eades, Kai Dohmann, and Nolan Eddisford Finlay. Directed and produced by Boudicca Eades, with sound design by Mark Treffel, Edie Martin, and Boudicca Eades. Music written and produced by Mark Treffel, Louis Treffel, and Rudy Reeves-McHugh. Graphic design by Boudicca Eades. Special effects not made in-house can be found in the description.